Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to day 1922 of What's She Up To Now. She, S-H-E, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom, documenting the journey as I originally transitioned from the brick and mortar corporate world of businesses to the online world of business. 2017, I found myself following my divorce and the breaking up of all the businesses and things that I have with my ex-husband, looking for something different to do. I wanted a new adventure. I wanted to learn something new. I wasn't ready to retire, but I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. And I'd always been curious about the online world. So I hopped on and started to learn things and started to go down different avenues, or rabbit holes, I call them now, because a lot of them just led me deep into the ground, but didn't really create the results, or they didn't teach me what I learned a lot along the way, but it wasn't necessarily the best use of my time, energy, and resources. I needed a more direct path. So I had to create my own path of how do I do things online, which is what we all need to do. We can learn from coaches. We can learn from mentors. We can read books. We can take courses. We can go to webinars and seminars and buy programs. But it really is us applying those things, picking the things that work for us and doing what works for us out of other people's systems and processes and frameworks. The systems and processes and frameworks that I offer are no different. You try them on, and if they work for you, great, use them. If they don't, tweak them and make them your own. So today, a couple pieces of content I created for Supersize Your Business for female entrepreneurs, but all entrepreneurs. I talk about an idiom every day. What does it mean? Where does it come from? And how might you use it to grow and build and supersize your business? And today's was, no man is an island, meaning we really are interconnected with all other human beings. We're social creatures, and we're not going to create and make the world a better place all by ourselves. Anything, especially in business, requires other people, other human beings, right? We at least have to have customers so we can create something and sell it to them, but it takes other people to help us create and deliver that product or service, as well as people that want to consume and buy that product and service and want to be part of our world. So we talked about that, and that it's been around since 1624 when an English poet by the name of John Donne, or John Donne, I don't know how to pronounce his name. Anyway, wrote a meditation and talked about this topic where we are interconnected with other human beings. What we do, what we think, what we feel, how we behave impacts other people. We like to think it doesn't. We like to think we can steel ourselves against being impacted, especially by negative people. But guess what? It seeps into us, and it does impact and affect us. And so I talked about that and how we can use that to build and grow our business. Our topic for the Get Your Goals Annual Challenge today is step 6 of the goal setting, goal getting process that we established for ourselves throughout this challenge this year in January. After looking at, a 20 or so different goal frameworks, different ways of looking at setting goals, etc., we picked and chose pieces from those, and we came up with our own 7-step process. Today was day 6 that we're talking about with respect to our spiritual health and our spiritual well-being. We set a goal a couple of days back, and now we're going through each of the steps of the process so we can actually do it, try it on, experiment with it, and see again what works for us and what doesn't. Pick and choose what works for us and move forward with that and continually improve it. So today we're talking about resources, support, and accountability. What resources do we need in order to achieve our goal and objective? Do we need financial resources? Do we need other human beings and human resources? Do we need materials or physical things? Do we need time? Do we just need some time and energy freed up so that we can actually work on achieving our goal and objective? Support, what kind of support do we need? Do we need actual physical support, practical support, meaning somebody that helps us do the everyday things that need to get done, but we don't necessarily have to be the person to do that? Do we need spiritual support? Well, we're talking about spiritual well-being and health, so we may very well need a community or a coach or a counselor or a friend or a family to support us in what we're doing to achieve this goal. And finally, accountability. Do we hold ourselves accountable? Do we do what we say we're going to do? Do we meet all of our milestones and we don't need an outside person or an accountability partner, a family member, a friend, a coach, or a mentor? Do we need someone outside of us to help us and remind us that we need to hit these milestones? So that was our Get Your Goals Annual Challenge topic for today. Tomorrow we will finish up the month, and we'll finish up spirituality and talk about step 7 of the goal setting process and apply that to our spiritual goal. And then we will move into May, and in May we're going to work on the physical areas and aspects of our life. I use a 9-part life framework that used to be 7. Learned it from Tony Robbins and Jim Rohn literally decades ago. I think it was the 1980s, early 1980s. And it included physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, financial, relationships, and contribution. And then following the pandemic, I joined forces with a group that was coaching on communication, core skills, communication, and confidence. And I adopted those and added those to my personal life framework because, like everything else, I think there's foundational things that we can do that if we make a little improvement in them, they impact all the other areas and aspects of our life. And I personally think that confidence and communication are 2 areas that we should always be continually improving because they do have the ability to impact all the other areas of the life framework. All right. If I can help you in any way, ask. Otherwise, have a fantastic day, and I will, of course, be with you tomorrow.